It was a wonderful day today with Martin Luther King Day and the inauguration. So lots of things going on and a lot of energy in the environment. As I mentioned in the little write-up, this is going to be the year of the snake coming up. And we are leaving the year of the dragon. And those are two very powerful sort of serpentine energies. And I thought we could take advantage of that as we do our prayer and do our meditation tonight. It's a wood snake. Wood has a tendency to make things more practical and actually applicable. So if you want to look it up a little bit, there's a lot of information out there on the snake. My youngest son is a snake. Smart, resilient, focused, I think a very powerful sign. And of course, the year of the dragon was also a very powerful sign where it enabled us to look deeper into things. So I thought tonight what we would do, since most of you, I think, know each other, or certainly you share the same energy, it's an opportunity for us to really look at what are we doing in our lives this coming year. You know, we like to dabble, we like to play, we like to learn this and learn that. But at some point, perhaps we need to become a little more serious about our spiritual aspirations and what we're really doing with our life. So this might be a time to contemplate that a little bit and work together on putting together a circle, a sphere of healing that we can all tap into. So I have a discussion for a few minutes and then talk a little bit about why pursuing a spiritual angle to life is important. And then we'll do a guided meditation. And the meditation will help us feel the energies that are around us, become more discerning about those energies, and then help us clear so that we can go into the new year with some space to act within, space to contemplate. And also, as we work the energy circle, joining ourselves together, visualize right now yourself as a ribbon, and you are a ribbon that's going to be interlocking with all the other people who are on the call. So we're going to be weaving a little mini tapestry among ourselves, which is really a very beautiful thing. So we'll start the discussion now. If you want to ask a question at any time, perfectly fine. And at the end, we'll have an opportunity to share if you wish. If there's an insight, if there's something that you thought might be worth saying to other people, it's not that you're showing off. It's not that you want to take anybody's time. It's that you might have something that everybody else needs to hear. There might be something, even a small insight, which will really impact somebody in a way that is beyond the meaning of the words that you use. So just keep that in mind also, that sharing is a nice thing to do, because it really is helpful sometimes for somebody else. So now is the time, as I mentioned, in this time of year, to consider the possibilities that you have to optimize the outcomes in your life. The goal is to balance the pillars of your life. You sort of have 4 pillars in your life: the physical, the mental, the emotional, and the spiritual. And you take care of each of those to the degree that you think is important. You exercise and you eat well to maintain a healthy body. You take classes and read to stimulate your mind. You maintain relationships and strive to create emotional wellness. You worship as you are drawn to worship. And now I think it's time for us to really examine the spiritual mind-body axis, which is sometimes overlooked a bit, particularly in the West. We have a tendency to exercise the mind, to revel in the intricacies of how wonderful the mind is, and it is a wonderful thing. But the heart, which is where the spiritual, emotional input resides, is sometimes given short shrift. So let's bring the heart forward tonight and see if we can maintain a balance among those 4 pillars, with the spirituality becoming a little more heart-centered. Now, I've studied a lot of modalities, and as you saw in the my bio, and what I'm going to do is recap the points that I have learned over time and apply them as I think best to our time together tonight. You probably are familiar with many of the points that I'm going to make, or with many of the ideas that I'm going to bring up, but I'll talk about them so that we are all on the same wavelength and that we're all sharing the same basic information. So let's start with what is energy. Everything is energy. If any of you have done any reading in terms of the modern physics, you know that Newtonian linearity is something that was the staple for very many years. It was a wonderful approach, took us to where we are today. Now we have an opportunity to look at things in a more quantum way, with the ideas of a quantum reality, of string theory, of a more multidimensional part of physics. There's a lot of stuff that physics is coming up with that I don't understand. I don't think they understand it. The idea that an atom can be a particle and a wave at the same time. These are things that the mind has a hard time understanding, which is why going into the heart actually helps you understand physics. And a lot of modern day physicists are becoming more and more spiritual in their approach to the universe, which I find quite fascinating. The other thing is that we have so many opportunities on Google and with new textbooks that are more focused on, the layman, to really do some research in this. So I would urge you to take a look at what is out there and look at different channelings, different information that comes from scientific sources. A lot out there, a lot that is new that's going to be coming up faster and faster and faster. I think this year is also going to see a lot of improvements in how we look at medicine, using sound, light, other kinds of modalities that we maybe have not used heretofore in the medical community. So this is a time for us to really get smart on that also. And if you have any issues with your body, to take a look at alternatives, things that might not have been on the horizon 6 months ago, but are now not only possibilities, but are actually showing a lot of progress. So, as I mentioned, the universe is energy. It's always in motion. You all know about the idea of frequencies and that there are dimensions, that we often say we're in a 3D world, we're moving into a 5D world. I don't know if anybody ever really knows what that means. Just think of it as the human being needs to put a number on things. You have a linear system. You have a 1, a 2, a 3, a 4, a 5. You kind of go up this linear system. Not that 1 is any worse than 3, or that a higher vibration is any better than a lower vibration. All the vibrations are as they are for a particular purpose. We are, for all intents and purposes, for tonight, we'll just say that we are in 3D. It means that we are existing in a density that we perceive as this world. We perceive our body as part of this 3D reality. The thing that I would like today for us to explore is the possibility that you are much more than this body, that you are much more than a 3D rendition of you. In order to be able to really do this, you need to become a connoisseur of energy. You need to become a master of the energies that are around you. That means that you need to be able to see them, discern them, feel them, understand how they work with each other, and also understand that you are not able to experience absolutely every energy that is out there because of your physical limitations in this world. You look at X-rays, you look at the graph of different kinds of light. Human beings can only see a certain bandwidth. There's a lot before and a lot after our bandwidth capability that exists. But if you just keep yourself open to the possibility that that is there for you to look at and to see one day, then you will understand the importance of changing and raising your vibration and becoming more sensitive to the things that are around you, because lo and behold, one day you may be able to see that bandwidth. You may be able to hear a guide. You may be able to do something that you cannot do right now, but that would benefit you greatly if you could do it. Qigong is a way of looking at energy. Qi, of course, is energy, and Kong is skill. It's not magic. it's not beyond the capability of a human being. It simply means that you are going to develop the kung, the skill to be able to see energy, feel energy, master energy, and actually start to use energy to further your goals, your agenda, the agenda of the human race, to become that which we wish to be within the Godhead. So, vibration is simply movement. Frequency is how fast that movement occurs, which is why we often say that 3D reality is dense. And if you move to 5 or 6, that you are uplifted, you're more buoyant because the energies are lighter. They are moving more quickly. Therefore, you are moving more quickly, and you have more access to the things that are occurring because you are actually covering them in a more active manner. So the idea of multidimensionality. There are many traditions. One of them, the Mystery School of Avalon, which comes out of the Glastonbury tradition, sees the world as 12 parts. And here again, there's a little bit of linearity in this, but this is a 3D school going into other dimensions. In their first room, when you enter it, there are 12 mirrors, and in each mirror is an aspect of you. You are your body. You are the mirror that you see that says, oh, this is Teresa, this is Laura, this is Crystal, this is Alice. But then when you go to the other rooms, the other mirrors within that room, there are other aspects of yourself that are also reflected. They may exist in other dimensions at other frequency levels. For example, the dragon realm is represented there. Cosmic brotherhoods are represented there. The elementals are represented there. So you might have an aspect of yourself that resides as a fairy, as a dragon, as an Arcturian. All of these, when they combine, become your higher self. It's called your soul, your higher self, your superconscious self, whatever nomenclature you wish to use. It's the idea that it is that part of you that is God, that right now you are an aspect of that. But if you can allow that wholeness to become part of you, to relax into the wholeness, you will discover that you are really many, many other things. And all of those will add so much richness to your existence that it is beyond your comprehension. Plus, you're giving them an opportunity to get to know you as a human being. Human beings are a wonderful, wonderful part of the universe, more wonderful than we could ever possibly imagine. Our hearts are unique. The love that we feel is unique. Many other entities and aspects that you may find of yourself do not have love. You don't understand what it's like not to have love, but they don't understand what it is to have love. And so you, in effect, can become a teacher for them of what it's like to be in this density, experiencing love, and treating everybody with love, which is, as I said before, unique in this universe. So let's talk about why it would be nice to work on your spirituality a little bit. I mean, you've got a nice life, you have friends. Why should you be worried about this stuff? It's kind of the reason you came here. And that's one of the reasons that we are all seekers. And the reason you're here tonight is because you're seeking. None of us have the whole answer, but we have parts of it. And there are many routes to the top of the mountain, as the gurus say. Some of them may go through the school in Avalon. Some may go through shamanships. Some may go through Peruvian studies, Egyptian studies, Chinese studies, Indian Vedas. They all have something to contribute. You were born in this culture, and so you have a predilection to do it a certain way. You may have had experiences in other lifetimes or in alternate lifetimes, which give you an opportunity to look at things a little bit differently. So I would simply say be as open as you can be. Explore everything that you think you would like to explore. Something somewhere will hit your heart and say, yes, that's the route I want to take. That's the thing I want to study. This is the person I want to study with. The Indians in particular are very big on having a guru, having somebody who can be the model of God to you. When you are in the presence of somebody who is ascended, when you're in the presence of that guru who is the real thing, you will know it because you will feel energy coming from that person, which is beyond anything that you can understand. But be aware that that can be you. This is not a skill that is unique to them. It is a skill that you can master, and you can start right now doing that. So, visualize yourself as a harp string. When you pluck it, it makes a noise. It makes a vibration if you feel it. If you put it on your body, you can feel the vibration. It goes out into the universe. It is unique. There is not another sound in the whole universe that is you. Think of how astounding that is. The tone, the vibratory frequency, how it blends with other tones, how it blends with other harp strings is all unique to you. You are playing a song, you're weaving a tapestry. However artistically you can express yourself, this is what your soul is drawing you to, is how do you express yourself energetically. So developing a higher vibration and making yourself more sensitive to feeling energies, understanding energies, becoming that connoisseur of energies, as I mentioned earlier, will help you in many ways. And I wrote down a few just so that we could kind of cover them. It's going to expand your awareness of what actually exists in this world, is experiencing your energetic light body right now. Now, you've probably heard the term light body. It's the idea that you are light. When light comes into this planet, it is white. It is refracted into many, many colors. Alice did a very nice job last year of talking about the rays, the masters of the rays, the masters who come in at each different color ray and have something to contribute to society. They give you gifts, they give you skills, they are guidance for you if you ask them. So think of the light that comes in. The guides see you not as a person in a body, but as a light vibration. You are a complex series of vibratory frequencies that are sort of modulating and moving, and they have to try to make sense out of that. We make sense out of that by seeing a body. They do not. Just like when we see them, some people see bodies, some people see only a vibration or feel a vibration. So getting back to the basics of what the heck are we are light. And light is vibrating. And how you vibrate is, to a large degree, a skill and a choice that you make. Also, by raising your vibration, you will gain empowerment to affect your energies and those around you for your highest purpose. It will help you manage your energies so that you are not living in victimhood. Life happens for you and not to you. And so when you understand that you are the master of your energies, you in effect become the master of your life. A lot of people like being victims. It's easy. You can point the finger. You don't have to take responsibility. But now's the time to man up, woman up, grow up, and take responsibility for your energies. You can become more open to the help that is around you. We exist in an environment where we are surrounded by guides, angels, other entities. They're so close, and the veils that have been there that prevent us from seeing them fully are beginning to erode. That veil is within you. The veil is like over your third eye. It does not exist outside of you. And so, because it is within you, it is within your power to lessen that veil, to thin that veil, so that one day you can wake up and talk to Archangel Raphael, who will come in with his green healing light and change your life. Also, you will have the ability to create a pillar of light within you that is solid, steady, and impervious to the often chaotic world around you. Your happiness comes from within. Your happiness is not from outside. This year may be complex. It may be chaotic. Life in general may be chaotic. But you do not need to succumb to that, for you are a pillar of light that is strong in your own, what the Egyptians call the saw, which is the rod of light that comes up through your body. You grab hold of that saw, it's like the mast of a ship. The water can roll around you, but you are steady in the light. And a lot of medicine now talks about photonics, that you actually have cells in your body that emit light. They take in light, they give out light. Your pituitary gland, your pineal gland, and your third eye, those are light sensitive entities. So just think of how cool it is for you to bring in the energy, turn on the light bulbs that are inside of your body, and start emanating light. When you emanate that light, it affects everybody around you. A lot of the gurus say, as you walk on the earth, you're making like little golden footprints, little light footprints on the earth. And people who will follow you will feel your footprint. They will feel your light. There are a lot of people who I'm taking some classes now who report that when they go to the grocery store and they're standing in line, they can tell that people feel them. They can tell that people know that they're different, that they are popping like corn, the people around them. People are seeking, they're opening, and all you need to do is to give them a little bit of your light, and all of a sudden they see that light is a possibility, and they will pop right into it. And how wonderful is that for you to go through changing the life of people around you, people you don't know, people you may never see again, but you have made an impact on them. As you raise your vibration, you also become more buoyant, and you support the ascension process for yourself and for others. As you become lighter and lighter and float, all of a sudden you can start seeing things and going to places, particularly traveling in the dream state. And you can also start affecting other people to do the same thing. You came into this world in 3D as a fully empowered, ascended being. You forgot a lot, and let's wonder why. If you had come in and you remembered everything, you would have created something that was just like what you remembered. You came here to create something new. You came here with the abilities in this very, very dense, difficult environment to create something unique that had never been created before in the whole of the universe. God didn't even know what was going to happen because you have a heart that feels the love that God does not even understand because it's coming from us. This is our gift to the universe. It's almost as if we are creating champagne and we're going to pop that cork any minute now, as the energy that we have created within this universe will spew up into the cosmos to be appreciated and savored, and we are going to be thanked. And this is kind of where we are right now. So think about how you're making your champagne and how you're going to drink it when it's poured into a glass for you. So just think about why you came into this duality and the density. Personally, if you've ever had any inklings, feelings, experiences, all those types of things are gifts that you have been given. Many people talk right now about communicating with our starseed families. There's a great history. You can do a lot of research on that. You're all familiar with Arcturians and Pleiadians in particular, who have come and left behind crystals in certain parts of this world for us to see. And a lot of those are becoming more open. And as that information becomes known, it will also raise us up. And you, as you become more sensitive, will start to understand the gifts that you are being given. So we're going to do a guided meditation. I'm going to be using some toning that comes from Light Body by Orn and Daben, which is something I took oh my, 30, 40 years ago, but has stood the test of time. It's a nice way to bring in a sound that goes with the light and the colors that you see within your auric field. Most of you, I think, are aware of how the energy body is constructed. I'll just go through it very briefly. This is more or less a Western approach, although the Egyptians also used this approach, but the words are, the names of things are different. So just think of yourself as a column of light. You're going from under your root, which is the bottom of your spine, all the way through the top of your head, the crown. Many lineages see 9 or 10 energy vortices below your body and also above your body. So think of yourself as a string of pearls, of about 25 pearls, and each one has a little vortex of energy that is swirling around it. You also have about 100 smaller vertices in your physical body, and we'll activate some of those simply because it's fun to do, but it also gives you an idea of how to start tuning into your body. So sit comfortably and close your eyes. And slowly rub the inner parts of your palms, each hand. If you have taken Reiki, you know that these are sensitive areas and that there are characters that are associated with these areas. But for now, all you need to do is touch them. As we are all doing the same thing, we're going to start to develop, in communion with each other, a sphere, a space of beauty that we can all sink into. Often we use the word surrender. I never liked that word because it implies that you lost something and that you're surrendering to a larger force or entity. I like the idea of sinking into it or relaxing into it because you have lost nothing. You have only gained something. You are not giving up anything or surrendering anything. You are relaxing, gaining, growing, expanding. Do the same thing with the bottom of your feet, either physically, if you can reach your toes, or just imagine it. Your imagination is a wonderful thing. Imaging something can eventually lead to you seeing the real thing. So never put down something as just to your imagination, because that is probably one of the most important things that you have. So begin to feel an energy space around us that we are creating with our very presence and with our intent. Breathe in gently and exhale. We're not going to do any special breathing techniques tonight. We're just going to breathe with intention and with awareness so that you feel almost like you're in suspended animation. Just relaxing, just floating in this wonderful space that we are all creating. Stop thinking. If you say, oh, I can't do that, put a volume control on your thought process and just reduce the volume. Your mind is a wonderful thing. It is there to serve many purposes for you. You can never shut it off because that would be the mind trying to shut itself off, which would not be a possibility. But instead, just reduce its volume as often as you need. If you need to reduce the volume 100 times tonight, then do that. But over time, as you reduce the volume on your mind when you do not need it, when you are in meditation, which I suggest that you do every day, eventually your mind will relax. It will relax into the meditation. It will understand that you appreciate it, that you are bringing it along for the ride, that you are not trying to get rid of it in any way. And so it becomes a more solid partner with you and with your heart. So just feel what it's like to relax into the body, to relax into your mind, to relax into your heart. And place your awareness in the earth below your feet. Feel the earth tapping into her intelligence and drawing that intelligence into you. She is your mother. As you raise your vibration and change, so too do you change her. Feel her as she enters into your body, swirling around you, your feet, your legs, your thighs, your hips, entering and enlivening the spaces in your belly, just below your navel. This area is one of 3 power centers in your body, in addition to the vertices of things that we call chakras. This lower one is your sacral cauldron. It's located in that sort of divot of your hip area, just by your belly button. In some lineages, this is called your sahu. It is your energy furnace. This is where energy is created in your body. You stoke it with your ideas. You stoke it with your motions of your body. You stoke it with everything that you do, every thought that you have. That is why you need to be so careful about what it is that you are stoking it with. You know what feels right and what doesn't. So don't include things in your life that don't feel good anymore. Think of it in many, many ways. What you eat, what you read, what you watch, who you talk to, how you talk, your words. Everything is put into the sacred cauldron, which becomes the energy center for your body. The purer it is, the more powerful it is. This is where your Kundalini energy lives. Right now, it's curled in a little spiral. You can think of it as a dragon, as a snake, which is why it's so powerful right now, this time of year. It is heeding your call to awaken, and you can awaken it at any time. So tonight, we're just going to let it slowly unfurl, and it begins to rise, and feel it. It is you, but it is also more. It has its own personality. It has its own energy system. You can feel it. I can feel mine. It's like muscular and strong, and it is colored, and it has ridges, and it has almost like a sheen, like eel skin. And it's moving up your central energy channel, which is just in front of your spine. And you can note the movement. Note the movement as it goes up from your sacral cauldron up through your body. It reaches the second major energetic center in your body, which is your chamber of the heart of hearts. This is your heart and your high heart. This is an area that many of us have been working on for many, many years, to open it, to nurture it. It is the most beautiful part of the human being. The brilliance of this area, the color of this area. This is where Yeshua resides. This is where Mother Mary resides. Feel the heft of your Kundalini in this area, how it is nurturing and beautifying your chamber of the heart of hearts and absorbing the energies that come from all those who live within it. This chamber is open to all the guides and the energies that you wish to have here. Feel the love that can exist in this space that is unique to you. No one else feels love like you. And then as this Kundalini energy rises up and up and up, it goes to the third major energy center, which is the chalice of the awakened eye, which is in your third eye. This is where the veils begin to fall off. This is where you begin to see beyond yourself, to see other aspects of yourself, to see the possibilities that exist outside of the now, in the past, as your ancestors come forward, in the future, as your descendants come forward, meeting together in the center of this figure 8 of above and below, and the nexus point is you, the human being, right now on center stage, surrounded by the all that is. And then the Kundalini gently rises to the top of your head and exits your crown into the cosmos, where it is holding the cosmic egg and gives birth into the void of the all that is, exposing you to the energies of God, where you can reside and dance whenever you wish. So now we will clear our energy system to prepare us to become more buoyant, to dissolve the energy systems that we no longer need, to experience life in a more pure form. So go back down to your roots chakra, which is right at the base of your spine. You are all familiar with this, and you know the colors, the red, and what it's basically looking at is survival and pretty basic human types of stuff. It's also looking at parts of the body that are associated with that, with your rectum, with your the bottom parts of your body. But we're going to start there and work our way up. And you don't need to worry about the words that I say. Just worry about the energy behind the words. And this is where I will start to tone. And I want you just to sink into this in a way that maybe you've never sunk into anything before. So at the base of our spine, breathe in and feel the energy going into your organs, into your cells. And then feel the energy going out as you breathe out through your subtle energy bodies, which are those bodies of energy layers that exist over your body. There are many, many of them, and they go out 20 feet into the world. You can feel the liveliness of your body, following its inherent blueprint of perfection, which exists in every one of the trillions of cells that you have. Your subtle energy bodies are physical, emotional, mental, causal, etheric, divine. They go out and out. No need to know exactly what they are. Just feel that your energy is traveling through them like layers of an onion. We all have this energy body, whether you know it or not. So begin to feel it. You know you have it because when you're in a crowd, you can feel the vibration of the others around you because you're all interacted. We are all unified as one eventually. And so now make your body and your subtle energy bodies as clear and as pure and as free as possible so that when you interact with other people, you are helping them to also become clear and free. So visualizing yourself at the bottom of the spine, New Year. This pulsating movement is dislodging everything that you no longer need. Visualize that you're sort of dusting it out, cleaning out that area and all the bodies that go out from it. If you feel things are moving sluggishly in places, just relax into it. For all of this is going to be dissolved. You are able to clear this body in a way that perhaps you have never done before. And it is easy. Now moving up into your sacral area, which is just above your root. Again, just visualizing what it is like to be in this area. These are your reproductive organs. associated organs like the liver, the spleen, things that are around you, your cells, your photonic cells, all the energy layers that exist outside of your body at this level. Din Feel the energy moving out from your body, dissolving anything that you do not need. Now moving up into your solar plexus and feeling what this is like. For human beings, this is such an important PowerPoint. This is your ego, your self-identification. Those things are all good, for they make you human. They make you unique. With the understanding, of course, that it exists in duality and that one day you will become unified, and this solar plexus energy will join with the solar plexus of all other human beings to create one big, beautiful center of energy. So right now, Leo, visualize anything in this area, in your stomach, in your lungs, dissolving and clearing and moving out from your body into the sphere of your subtle energy bodies, clearing them at every level. And now up into your heart. Your heart, that beautiful, beautiful chamber of the heart of hearts. Chamber upon chamber that you have created. And now you can start to look at them more clearly. Maybe they are crystalline in nature. Maybe they are more light-filled in nature. For we are becoming not just carbon, linear bodies, but crystalline, multidimensional, photonic beings. And a lot of that power is going to be in your heart. If you have never entered your heart from the back of your body, do so now. For when you look at energy bodies, usually people focus on the front. We'll start to focus on the back. When you go up from the bottom of your spine to the top, do so at the back of your spine, as well as from the front. As your heart opens, the portal from the back of your heart will be the entrance. It is just like the door of God that exists in the occipital area, the back of your neck. That is how you get into your third eye, from the back of your neck. And so you are in the heart. Ranthia. Feel the vibration, the echo of that word in your chambers. You have an infinite number of chambers. They can be filled with an infinite number of levels of love. For example, I mentioned earlier Archangel Raphael and his green light. Green light exists in your heart. Sometimes it is seen as the overarching color of the heart, whereas pink is the color of the high heart, which gets up into the top of your heart and the thyroid area. Every color has many different tastes, smells, and vibratory frequencies. So let's just look at green. Archangel Raphael comes in with green. So does the big green guy, which is an energy I think of as Father Nature. Green is also the green Tara, the Buddhic female entity that provides so much healing in the Buddhic realms. Green is also one of the master rays. And so think of all the healing that you can do with just one color. When you start to do your practices, start imagining healing with different colors, bringing in different colors and examining what they mean to you. Red, the many different levels of reds and oranges, what they taste like. what they feel like, how they affect your body. Think of all the colors that can come into this chamber of the heart of hearts, each one unique. You can build around each one of them, master them, make them part of you. Feel what it is like to live in an enlivened heart. And now we go out from the heart through all the subtle energy bodies, sifting through them, clearing them. For the heart is often very difficult to clear for a human being because it retains so much sorrow and grief and hurt. These are things that come with this lifetime and all the other lifetimes you have lived. It does not, however, need to continue in this manner. You now have the power to look upon all of this differently, to know that all those experiences gave you such beauty and created such a strong ancestral lineage for you that they are all now gifts and no longer seen as encumbrances. And so your heart changes completely. It is no longer the victim. It is now the master. For the master of love lives in your heart. And now moving up through your throat, such an important area, particularly for women who sometimes have difficulty expressing themselves. So as we clear the throat chakra, let us think of freedom, the freedom to express yourself in any way you wish. Clearing through all the energy bodies, out, 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 through the shoulders and the neck and the throat and the associated glands, moving out easily and quickly, like a clear breath of fresh air going through your neck. Treo. Many light beings come through with their wand of light to clear this area. The Ashia with a wand of love and peace, in particular, clear this area for us. And we feel lighter, and our words are lighter, and our words are chosen to offer no hurt, to offer no judgment. They are words that reflect the heart and reflect only the love that we have for ourselves and for others. This will change your life, for as you express your thoughts and your words, others will change how they see you, how they perceive you. You will draw into you energies that you deserve, and energies that come to you in a way that was no longer serve you will not come in anymore. You have purged yourself and your throat area of all those thoughts and vibrations. And now we move up to the third eye, to that area of the chalice of the awakened eye, the chalice that holds the light that drips down from the cosmos through your crown, and it collects there and it creates a pool of divine light that you can use for any purpose that you wish. And your veils dissolve, and you see for the first time clearly. You see clearly God within everything around you. You see the energy of God in everything around you. Paia. It is like an arrow that comes into your third eye that delivers truth, light, breaks up everything that needs to be broken. It shatters the glass that was over your third eye, and you now see clearly. And you can feel your eye moving. And as you do your meditations every day, think of that third eye and start to move it so that it can see within you and without you, for it is light and it does not need light to see. And now we will move up through the crown chakra, that place that connects you to the all that is. And there's an energy space just above your head, about a foot, which is often seen as the nexus, the career that connects your energy field to the universe. Ray. It is like a disc over your head that gently pulsates, spewing out all the energy that is within you out into the universe. Some of you have been here before. All of you are here now, and you can return here, for this is where you can kind of dangle your feet into the waters of the cosmos and drink in all the information and all the experiences that are sort of flowing by in this river of the all that is. You can touch the stars. You can meet with your star families, for every one of us has one. And now taking all of that in and gently running your hands on the inside of the universe, scraping all of the energies that exist there, bring it back into you and return to your root chakra, and then come up very quickly through your central energy channel and create a torrent of sparkly light that goes up through the top of your head and falls down around your body, creating a toroidal field that goes up and down around you. This is seen in many, many lineages as the golden white light that surrounds your body, the energy that is running up on the inside and out and down around you on the outside. In Egypt, it created what they called a pool of murmana, from which the netters drink. It is your energy, the human energy, that is creating the life force for the gods. Fulonia. Feel the sparkling light, for it is always there. You are just becoming aware of it now. So now relaxing into this toroidal energy that is surrounding your body. Examine it, for it has cleared your physical body, your emotional body, your mental bodies, your etheric, your divine, your causal. All your bodies are clear and clean. Your physical body is clear and clean. You have become aligned, balanced, centered, cleared, grounded, and connected to the all that is. This new alignment has freed you. It has opened you to all possibilities of healing in every aspect of yourself. You are a newly minted connoisseur of energy, for you have felt and identified the energy threads that comprise you and the space around you. So now your homework is to continue this connection, clearing all of your energy centers daily, preferably before your sleep state, so that you can sink into your true self and become more open to connecting with those in dreamland who will educate you, open you to new possibilities. Your new energy is lifted, heightened. Your vibration has risen. You will not return to where you were before. And so take this as a gift and use it wisely. So breathe in and breathe out And just stay in this space and enjoy and see what it feels like to you, so that you can return to this space whenever you need, using the gift, the golden white light that is your true light body. And you will never see yourself as just a person again, for you are so much more. Slowly, slowly, begin to bring your energies together. Feel them returning into this thing that you call your body. Feeling your toes, your hands, keeping all your consciousness alive and available to you. For this is your new normal. And you can sift more layers and layers of energy as your vibration rises higher and higher. And you enjoy your beingness at every level. And when you feel ready, you can open your eyes, looking around, and hopefully seeing things in a slightly different way. And knowing that you are empowered to handle whatever may come your way. For you know that your job is to achieve and maintain the highest possible frequency possible, and to act as an emissary of God on this earth. And so breathing out. And breathing in. So I hope you're all joining us now. And so this is the time, if you wish to think a little bit upon what we did tonight and what it might mean for you, and how this might change what you do, how you do it. And you'd like to share that, that would be appreciated. Particularly if anybody is studying something, involved in anything that they think other people would like to hear about, please share that.
I really, really enjoyed that. And the amazing thing was that whatever space I was in, I found that I drifted off as soon as you hit the root chakra and was going into the second, but I came back instantly between the second and the third. So when you went into the second chakra, I returned for the rest of the meditation, because a lot of times if I drift off, I'm gone, and I don't hear a word.
Yes.
And I mean, I really felt the power in your presentation, the power in your voice, the power in your words. Um, everything that you presented, it seemed like it came in. I guess the only way I can describe this is I felt like it had 5 levels to each one.
Mm.
Somehow or other, that's what it felt like to me. Like I received it on one level, then another level, then another level, then another, then another. And I thought it was magnificent. And I
Well,
really
thank you.
appreciate
Yes, I think you're picking up on the idea that we are multidimensional. We're not just this one thing. And
right.
so when you feel the energies, it's going to come in many different ways. And we're all unique. You have gifts and you have guides. And I know that you do the type of work that you do, and you have those connections that you have worked very hard to maintain, um, that are unique to you. And nobody else is going to feel that. But somebody might feel something, differently.
Yeah, but
So
thank
that's,
you. That was lovely.
yeah.
And especially, I loved the image with the toric field because so many people forget, and me too, about the toric field that's around us every time. So, yeah,
Yeah. And all you have to do is, once or twice a day, just kind of think about it. And it just takes a second and it kind of gets it moving. And once it starts to move, it will take you places.
yeah, and
So,
it just gives you an incredible sense of power.
yes, exactly. Thank you. That's exactly, I think our takeaway is that you are powerful.
Yeah,
And we don't sometimes want to acknowledge that, thinking
yeah,
that, oh, I can't do that. Oh, it's just little old me. But
yeah,
it isn't. And when you accept that and you acknowledge that you are here for a purpose and that you do have gifts that are given to you, that it's incumbent upon you to use them
yeah,
in the best way that you can. And that now really is a time for us to study and to learn, because the more I look around, the more things there are to know. And so, you don't want to get distracted by knowing too much either. I mean, your mind can take you on little corridors, but to feel that and experience it and to continue to grow and learn, I think is really important for us.
yeah. Fabulous. Thank you. Thank you.
Are you with us, Douglas, or are you napping?
I'm here. That was so relaxing. And like Alice said, the Taurus field was amazing. And as I was just basking in the energy, and at each level I could feel, as you were doing the toning, it was ringing out into the subtle bodies and beyond. And then everything just, my whole body feels activated. I can feel the redistribution of energy all through my body and my subtle bodies. And I describe it as a my nervous system relaxed, and it feels like it just equalized with the universal energies. So it's sort of floating, flowing with the universe. So that was really amazing. Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. And I like your thought about the almost like pressurizing yourself when you're deep sea diving, that all of a sudden, the pressures that are on you from the water can be equalized by the pressures within your body. And and I like that. I like that picture that you're painting for us very much.
Yeah, it redistributes, it rebalances from within, then the subtle bodies, and then beyond. So it's that whole, I feel it as like a trio effect,
Hmm.
that it all just kind of flows in and out, and there's like minimal resistance. I mean, actually the resistance subsides. That's what I've felt with the nervous system relaxation, but it just takes away all the any residual resistance.
Yes. Thank you. I think that's important for everybody to appreciate, that how you felt that maybe what they felt may not be what they felt, but the idea that you are so in tune with your energy field and how it exists in sort of time and space, that that's really kind of the goal of where we all want to be. So Joyce, I see you're there. I will pick on you. Do you have any thoughts or comments that you would like to share with us?
I joined late,
Huh?
but I really enjoyed what I received. I was just, I don't know, kind of put me in a very quiet, calm place. So I truly appreciate that. Thank you very much.
Yes. And feeling that calm place is sort of that the steady light pillar that you want to create, that will be there for you in that feeling of calmness and control, regardless
Mhm.
of whatever else is going on in your life. And that gives you, I think, a huge sense of control and empowerment, that you are the master of your life.
Mhm. Thank you.
All right. If anybody else has a comment, we'll take that. Otherwise, we will leave you all to a wonderful evening, and many prayers to you all. Thank you for coming.
Thank you. That was beautiful.
Thank you, Teresa.
You're very welcome. Thank you all.
Yeah.
Bye.
Blessings. Bye,
Good
everyone.
night. Good night.
Thank you.